Prepare for an adrenaline-fueled roller coaster ride as we plunge into the heart-pounding world of Buddy Daddies. Tension rise and bonds are tested as our protagonists face their greatest challenges yet. From heartwarming moments of friendship to pulse-pounding action, this recap promises to keep you on the edge of your seat. Get ready to laugh, cry, and cheer alongside our favorite characters as they navigate the unpredictable journey of parenthood. Mary is with Kazuki and Rei, and they're watching her while Kazuki supervises her training. She runs around and breaks a new record. Kazuki tells Rei to help cheer for her, but Rei doesn't seem to know how to cheer for her in this moment. Mary says that he would like to go again and makes another round. Kazuki agrees and she starts running. Later in the evening, Rei arrives home with paint on his face. Kazuki asks him what happened to his face, and he says he went to fix a spot for them tomorrow at the daycare field so that they'll have a good space while Mary is participating in the games. At this moment, Kazuki is preparing a meal for Mary. Rei offers to help Kazuki cook, saying he can make rice balls. Kazuki is surprised to hear that. He rushes and starts testing Rei for a fever, thinking it's just a result of the fever. Turns out Rei is normal. Kazuki is in tears and says he never thought a day like this would come. Rei tells Kazuki to calm down and asks him if he thinks that Mary will love the food. Kazuki says she'll like it and starts mimicking her reaction after she learns that Rei made her rice balls. Mary wakes up and gets downstairs to the kitchen and finds the two cooking. She's amazed at the food and says it looks delicious. The next morning, Rei, Kazuki, and Mary show up at the daycare field for the function that's to take place. Kazuki tells Mary to go and be with the other kids while Rei and them find a spot where they can sit and take pictures of her so that Kyu can see what went down during this function. Kazuki asks Rei where he reserved their spot, and Rei shows him that he sees the spot has been covered with military wire and other scary signs that made other people desert the spot. As they sit, two moms show up and they start talking to Kazuki. They also compliment Rei, saying that he seems to be the oil baron of the family while Kazuki is the comedian. They also tell Rei that he's the type of a man who most ladies would go for. After a few moments of engaging, Kazuki sees Mary and the other kids entering the field and he starts cheering for her. They all start cheering for their respective kids. They start taking pictures of the kids. Mary is called to make a presentation for her class. She steps in and pleads to her parents to cheer for her because they have worked hard for this day. Kazuki is touched with the speech and starts shouting emotionally. The organizers tell him to shut up. The games begin and the parents start cheering for their kids. Rei, who seems to not know how the whole cheering thing works, is just spectating and seeing Kazuki and the others making noise while other kids are doing the games. Every teacher is paired with a class they teach and they compete. Mary's class manages to win the tug-of-war game. Kazuki tells Rei that Mary's teacher Anna is really something. After a few games, they're told to have some lunch. The other moms are astonished at the food that Rei and Kazuki has made for Mary. Mary's friends ask if they can join and she tells them to eat with her. The other moms also dive in to eat with them. As they taste the rice balls, Kazuki seems to troll Rei as he thinks that the rice balls he made are not likable. He's surprised to see the children eating the rice balls and enjoys the food. Next is the running competition and Kazuki tells Mary to go and win it. Rei notices that Mary seems to be nervous about the race. He breaks the news to Kazuki and Kazuki screams to her, telling her to have a perspective like she had while training. He encourages her to just see it as training. Even though he's cheering for her so much, he tells Rei that she's also making him nervous. As the running game starts, Mary starts running and she's doing well. Kazuki is cheering with all his lungs. Rei looks at Kazuki and he tries to scream the same cheering that Kazuki is making. Mary ends up looking at him and sees him cheering. This takes away her focus and she trips. She manages to gather her confidence and starts proceeding to run. Unfortunately, she finishes last. Anna gives her a medal telling her that she did her best. Mary tells her dads that she's sorry because she's brought them a regular medal instead of a gold medal. They tell her that it's alright because they just wanted her to try. The next competition, Anna announces that a parent will pair with his or her child to win the competition. Kazuki asks Rei to go with them, but he says nothing since he feels down about Mary tripping when he tried to cheer for her. Kazuki and Mary enter the field and they start participating in the game. The first game, they're told that the parent should carry their child on their back and help them to eat a treat. Kazuki and Mary fail to catch up and the others outrun them. In the next game, they are told to run while wearing a boxer together. They also fail to beat the others as they are left behind. Kazuki tells her that they should keep going. After reaching another level, they're told to pick a piece of paper which has something written on it, and everyone who picks that people should make use of whatever has been written on the paper. Mary takes her paper, reads it, and she immediately goes and grabs Ray's hand. Ray abides and start running together. They reach out to Kazuki and tell him that they should finish the race. They all start running and manage to outrun everyone in the game and finish first. They're announced as the winner and Mary is given a gold medal. Kazuki seems to be curious, so he asks her what she found on that piece of paper. She takes the paper out and shows and says written family. Kazuki bursts in tears saying that she sees them as family. Ray just smiles as he reads it. As they celebrate their win, Anna approaches them and tells them that she would love to take a picture of them as a family so that they'll always remember this special occasion. Ray looks at Kazuki and tells him that they can't risk taking pictures as things won't go well for them if the pictures leak. They later agree to take one picture. Anna is with her students as she wants to teach them a Christmas song. She tells them that the title of the song is Silent Night. She tells them that they'll start practicing the very same day after she demonstrates how the song is sung. She starts playing the piano and tries to sing, but her voice cracks and the other students start to laugh at her. She tells them that she'll try again some other time because they have to get it right before they sing it on the actual planned date. Mary tells her that she knows the song and she can sing it because she used to sing it with her mother. Anna tells her to sing it. Mary sings it and they all cheer for her, saying that she has an amazing voice. Anna tells them that they have to practice the song together and the other students cheer for the idea. Outside the campus of the daycare, Ray and Kazuki are on their way to pick up Mary. Kazuki says that since Christmas is coming, he wonders what Mary may want as a present. Ray says Mario Kart 2 2nd Edition. Kazuki tells him that that's what he wants, not what Mary wants. As they near the gate of the daycare, they notice a woman standing there and they recognize her as Mary's mother. Mary's mother introduces herself to Ray and Kazuki as Misaki Unisaki. She tells them that they had met previously. She tells them that she has come back to take Mary. Kazuki seems to be pissed about what she just said. He tells her that she's got a lot of nerve to say that when she was the one who threw Mary out, saying that she doesn't want to see her ever again. He asks her what she's thinking. She tells him that she's her mother and she has the right to live with her daughter. Kazuki doesn't seem to agree with her and tells her loudly that it's too late for that. As they argue, Ray calms Kazuki down and gives him a sign about the people watching them and Mary, who has just seen her mother. Mary rushes to hug her mom. Kazuki tries to stop her, but she passes him and goes into her mom's arms. Kazuki is disappointed, but decides to take Misaki along to their place so they can talk with her in private. Arriving at the house, Mary is happy seeing her mom, and she starts showing her around. She shows her room to her mother and everything she has. Her mother asks if she's happy here with Ray and Kazuki and if she wants to stay here. Mary says she loves her papas, but she also loves her mom and wants to be with her. She hugs her, and she then asks her mother to make her some hamburger steak. Misaki takes her to the market, buys the ingredients, and later cooks in Kazuki's kitchen. Kazuki is pissed about it, but still tries to stay calm so that Mary doesn't notice anything. They enjoy the hamburger steak together, and Ray admits that it's very delicious. This pisses Kazuki more. After Mary is put to sleep, Kazuki and Ray sit with Misaki to talk about her coming to take Mary with her. She explains to them that she's a changed person now, and that her life has hit rock bottom since her husband left her. Her career has ended since she can't sing anymore because she has cancer that's affected her throat. She tries her best to convince them, but Kazuki seems not to agree with the idea of her taking Mary with her. He tells her that she's just focusing on her good, but she doesn't care about Mary's wants. Ray tells Kazuki to calm down and tells him that Mary might be wanting the same thing. Misaki shows him the regrets and her actions and says she just wants the best for her child. Kazuki says what will happen to Mary since she's attending the daycare. Misaki says she'll rent nearby to make sure that Mary is still going to the daycare. Misaki tells them that she understands that their work is dangerous, and her being Mary's mother, she can't leave her in the care anymore because it is dangerous. Kazuki and Ray seem to be shocked to hear about that, and she later leaves, saying that she'll leave Mary with them for now, but she'll come back. Kazuki and Ray visit Kyo and tell him about what Misaki has said to them. Kyo tells them that he's the one who called her to come and take Mary because they have become clumsy since the time they started to live with Mary. Ray and Kazuki are shocked to hear about that. He tells them to not forget that they're the ones who killed her father, so they should stop pretending and let Mary go. He reminds them that if they dare to choose Mary over the organization, that means they're signing up for death. This puts them in a tough situation. The next morning, Kazuki wakes Mary early and tells her he has a surprise for her, but they need to go into town. Mary's excited and they all leave. While in a car, she asks him what the surprise is. He tells her that he'll not spoil it for her. They take her to places for kids to have fun. They buy some ice cream, dolls, and a lot of gifts for her and also play video games with her. Ray admits that he couldn't have known this amazing life experience without her. After showering her with a lot of gifts and surprises, Kazuki surprises her with the presence of her mother in the evening. He tells her that the last surprise is a sleepover with her mother. Mary is happy to see her mother and she goes with her. After giving Mary up to her mother, Kazuki and Ray are feeling bummed out. Ray spent the whole night playing video games until Kazuki brings it to his attention that it's morning and he should go and get some sleep. Instead of sleeping in the bed, Ray ends up sleeping in the tub. As he struggles to sleep, he sees one of Mary's toys besides the tub. Meanwhile, Kazuki plans to send away Mary's remaining belongings to her, so he goes into her room to pack up. There he finds Mary's drawing pad, and upon looking at it, he finds a drawing that Mary made for him and Ray for Father's Day. As he's looking at the drawing, he remembers Mary and gets emotional. Ray, on the other hand, has finally managed to sleep with Mary's toy beside him. Kazuki and Ray try going about their days, but they find it hard to stop thinking about Mary. One day after eating dinner in total silence, Kazuki goes shopping and ends up buying Mary's favorite cereal, which he later enjoys with Ray. The next day, he visits a playground where he used to take Mary to play. As he sits on the bench looking at the children playing, he can't help but think about Mary even more. He returns home and again they eat their dinner in silence as they watch TV. After dinner, Ray goes outside for a smoke and Kazuki follows him, telling him that he hasn't been smoking in a while. Ray responds saying he stopped smoking because Kazuki told him not to smoke near Mary. As they stand there, Kazuki reflects on how quiet it's gotten since Mary's absence. Ray criticizes Kazuki's cooking, saying that ever since Mary left, he's only cooking unhealthy foods and wonders if Mary is eating well wherever she is. He also tells Kazuki about his plans to move in with his father over the new year and offers his apartment to Kazuki. Kazuki appreciates the offer, but he plans to find a smaller place since Mary is not even around. Ray hands Kazuki his lighter as a parting gift and heads to bed. Meanwhile, Mary and her mother are enjoying life together. As Mary savors the hamburger stew her mother made, her mother tells her about her plans to work hard to give her a better life. Having had nothing to do for days, Kazuki decides to return to work. He visits Kyotaro for more assignments, but Kyotaro refuses, saying he doesn't feel comfortable giving him a job at the moment. Seeing how distraught Kazuki looks, Kyotaro notices that Mary left a greater impact on Kazuki than he anticipated. He asks Kazuki where Ray is, and Kazuki tells him that Ray's gone back home to live with his father. At Ray's father's house, Ray's father asks Ray if he really wants to move back in. Ray agrees, and his father tells him to forever stay by his side so he can learn his business and that'll bestow upon him everything the Suo family gave him. At the same time, Mary sings Silent Night to her mother. Her mother tells her that she loves her singing, and Mary replies that even Papa Kazuki and Papa Ray also love her singing. She then asks her mother when Ray and Kazuki will pick them up. However, Mary's mother tells Mary they're not her real fathers, but Mary doesn't agree and wishes they could all live together. Her mother holds her tightly and sobs, apologizing to her for leaving her and making her feel so lonely, and she promises Mary to become a better mom. Back at Ray's father's office, Ray is told by his father that he will only start training him after Ray's finished his affairs. His father also shows him a picture of Kazuki, Mary, and himself, telling him that he's trapped and wants him to be free from that dynamic of killing Mary and Kazuki. Ray begs him not to harm Mary, saying he's ready to kill anyone except Mary, but his father is not backing out of it, reminding him about his responsibility as a Suo heir. In order to preserve their family's history and bloodline, Ray's dad plans to rid Ray of all his distractions. Upon hearing that, Ray immediately calls Kazuki and tells him to rush to Mary's mother's place. Kazuki calls Kyotaro and asks him to contact Mary's mother to warn her about the danger she and Mary are in. At Mary's house, her mother had just put Mary to bed when her phone and doorbell rang simultaneously. She decided to answer the door first and asked the person on the side who they were. A man answered, saying he had a package for her. Upon opening the door, Mary's mother was shot by Ray's father's hitman, Ryo. As Mary's mother desperately tried to flee, Ryo prattled on about things. Kazuki arrived just in time but struggled to fight Ryo, who shot him in the arm. Kazuki informed Ryo that he had informed the police before arriving. Ryo planned to shoot him, but Kazuki tricked Ryo into thinking Ray was about to shoot him from afar. Ryo pinned Kazuki down, but heard police sirens from behind the door and immediately left. It turned out to be Kyotaro making siren noises to scare Ryo away. As Mary's mom took her last breath, she told Kazuki to always protect Mary and apologized for everything. including missing her Christmas party. Kyotaro brought Mary to her side, and after saying her goodbyes, Mary's mother passed away. Kyotaro, Kazuki, and Mary left the house and arrived at Kyotaro's safe house. Rei arrived and they informed him about Mary's mother's death. Kyotaro then apologized for not informing them that Rei's father as his boss was investigating Rei's life. This is why he wanted them to return Mary to her mother, hoping Rei's dad would leave them alone. Kazuki and Rei went outside to discuss things with Mary. Kazuki planned to erase every trace of Mary from the public eye by taking her to an orphanage and leaving her life for good. Rei refused to let Mary escape his grasp again and felt guilty for her parents' demise. He told Kazuki to think of something else they could do to protect Mary without sending her to an orphanage. He suggested changing their ways and living happy lives with Mary. Just then, Mary woke up and Kazuki told her that her mother would be away for a while. Kazuki and Rei decided to be Mary's parents again and approached Kyotaro, informing him of their decision to leave the hitman business. Kyotaro asked if they were going to continue their false relationship, but Kazuki assured him that this time it would be a real family, not a false one. The next morning, Mary wakes up happier than ever and jumps on Rei, telling him to wake up. It was snowing outside and Mary was excited to play in the snow, but Kazuki tells her that she'll play after breakfast. Mary helps Rei and Kazuki make breakfast, which they enjoyed later as a family. After breakfast, they head out to the snow to play. It's Christmas Day and Mary draws a portrait of Santa Claus in the snow. Kazuki asks Mary what type of present she wants for Christmas, and Mary replies that her mom already asked Santa Claus for the gift she wants. Kazuki and Rei drop Mary off at Azora Daycare for the Christmas party. Anna asks Mary's mother will be attending the party, but Kazuki tells her that she won't be attending, and it'll just be him and Rei attending. Upon hearing this, Mary confronts Kazuki about it, and he tells Mary her mother will be helping Santa Claus deliver gifts. Rei and Kazuki promise Mary that they'll attend the event and watch her sing. As Mary heads inside to meet her friends, Anna tells Kazuki and Rei that Mary practiced hard for her performance at the Christmas party, and she hopes they'll attend to watch for her. From there, Kazuki and Rei meet up with Kyotaro, feeling guilty for having a hand in Mary's mother's death. Kyotaro hands Kazuki and Rei their weapons so they could stop Rei's father's plan to harm Kazuki and Mary. Before leaving, Kazuki asks Kyotaro to give Mary a Christmas gift if they don't make it back alive. However, Kyotaro just throws a bag at Kazuki, telling him that he is tired of running errands for them, and he leaves. Kazuki and Rei decide to go and settle things with the organization before doing anything, so they don't have to worry about them in the future. While staring at a Santa Claus suit, Rei asks Kazuki if he ever believed in Santa. Kazuki replies that he doesn't believe in Santa because he was an orphan, so he didn't get any gifts while growing up. Rei also says he too doesn't believe in Santa, but wants Mary to enjoy her childhood experiences as she always believed in Santa from the day they met her. Rei and Kazuki arrive at the front gate of his father's headquarters. Rei's father's men disarm Kazuki, but before Rei passes through, he asks his dad men to let Kazuki tag along with him. However, they refuse Rei's orders, saying they only follow their boss's orders. With that, Kazuki and Rei knock them out and flee towards the entrance. News about their arrival reaches Rei's father and he prepares to meet them. Rei and Kazuki manage to go to the front door where they spot Ojino. Rei and Kazuki proceed to head inside. Upon entering, they are welcomed with attacks, and Rei tells Kazuki that there are about 8 men attacking them. He instructs him to take care of 3 of them while he handles the rest. They engage in a shootout with Rei's father's men, and Kazuki and Rei overwhelm them with grenades and gunfire. Rei moves on ahead and Kazuki gets ambushed by Ojino. Meanwhile, at the daycare, Anna compliments Mary on her arts and crafts. Mary plans to give Kazuki and Rei the crafts that reveals that she wants Santa to help Rei and Kazuki finish their work so they can attend her Christmas party. At the time, Akazuki has been cornered by Ojino. As Ojino is about to finish Akazuki off, Rei swoops in, fighting Ojino while Kazuki's down. As they fought, Rei tells Ojino he wants to discuss things with his father, but Ojino refuses to let that happen and continues attacking Rei. Rei gets badly wounded as Kazuki distracts Ojino by attacking his pride, reminding him that he heard Mary's mother's last words. Enraged, Ojino chases Kazuki down. They head into the kitchen and Ojino shoots Kazuki's leg. Kazuki tells Ojino that Mizuki's last words were Mary. Ojino taunts Kazuki and asks him for his final words before he kills him. Rei swoops in again and helps Kazuki defeat Ojino. Before Ojino could write his last words, Kazuki throws a lighter into the kitchen to let Ojino perish explosively. Rei patches Kazuki up and tells him to grab the getaway car. He promises that he'll be okay with his father alone. Rei confronts his dad and informs him he's leaving the organization. His dad insists it's against their code and attempts to shoot him, but Rei beats him to it, affirming his decision. His father warns that even if he kills him, the organization will pursue him and his loved ones. He challenges Rei to kill him, emphasizing there's no escape from the bloodline. Rei delivers a heartfelt speech about his new family significance over the bloodline, then shoots himself in the arm to prove his commitment. He bids farewell to his father and departs headquarters with Kazuki. At the Christmas party, Mary and her friends sing Silent Night. Concerned about Rei and Kazuki's absence, Mary spots them entering in Santa outfits near the song's end. She embraces Kazuki and thanks Santa for her gift. Anna captures a group photo. 10 years later, an older Mary, Kazuki, and Rei still live together, cherishing Mary's mother's memories. Kazuki and Rei now own a diner, while Mary attends high school. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling journey through Buddy Daddies. If you enjoyed the recap, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting anime content. Stay tuned for future recaps and updates. Until next time, weebs, happy watching!